together and make some noise from the creator of Mammy Banter, Serena Terry!
Oh, Jesus! I love to see it! Is it? Are you here under your own free will? And wearing that hat under your own free will? Oh, I love you. What's your name? Alan. What's your name? Morag. I love yous. I love yous. No, but this is amazing. It's amazing. Like, I missed a trick with them fucking hats. Dunnes is making a fortune. I could have ordered them off fucking Temu or Shein or something. Put a wee markup on them. But no, I love seeing it. I love seeing it, folks. I love seeing you all. Thank you so much for coming out tonight, especially on a school night. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Waiting for you.
You've been waiting for me.
Waiting for fucking an hour.
Do you want to come up? Waiting for an hour. I haven't seen my weans in 4 days, love. But no, thank you for coming out on a school night and in the rain, because... Right, love, this is my show. Just a wee bit, right? Don't leave, just don't get blocked after one glass of wine. Eat dinner. That's what I have to do. I'm a lightweight too. It's okay. But thank you everybody for coming out. And that weather is shitty. It's really shitty, and I know the only thing you want to do is sit in the house and put your jammies on and take your makeup off. So I really appreciate it. I really, really do. And I love autumn weather usually, but see that constant rain can go suck a dick. I hate it. It ruins everything. It does. But I love autumn. Autumn's my favourite season. Anybody else? Oh, I just love autumn. I love everything that comes with it. The coziness, the open fires, the fleecy jammies, the fluffy socks. I just love it being covered up and not having to shave your legs. Or your vagina. Or your face. Well, we still have to groom our faces, don't we? Unless you're somebody that wears a balaclava every day, which I fucking don't. Yes, I'm from Derry, but I don't look more like I shaved this morning. Not Derry. But I do love autumn. I love the fashion. I love the baggy dresses and jumpers and being able to hide the wine belly and all the lumps and bumps. I just love it. I love it. Speaking of lumps and bumps and wine bellies, I was trolled online at the weekend. Not just trolled, I was fat shamed by 3 different men. Now men, I'm not tarring you all with the same brush, right? But at least women have the decency to fucking say it behind your back. Men just go right for the fart box. They don't give a shit. They don't care. Now this video, the particular video that they commented on, was one that I posted at the weekend, and it was from a new podcast I have out with my husband. Yes, it's a shameless plug. Shameless plug. But right, I didn't put the cameras on tripods, so the camera was on the table. Now, there was a lot of chinception going on. Lads, even the skinniest person can relate. There's a reason we fucking take selfies up here. There's a reason, right? No, I'm not stick thin. That's fair enough, right? But anything down here, like it's a chin within a chin within a chin. It is. It's chinception. But these boys, right? The first comment was, "Are you pregnant?" Cheap shot, right? Second comment was, "Jesus, you've piled on the pounds." Third comment, and probably my favourite comment, was, "I guarantee you the whole way through this video, the only thing you're thinking of is cake." Cheeky bastards. That was my favourite though. It was. No, I'm not pregnant. Yes, actually I was fucking thinking about cake. I'm always thinking about cake. Who doesn't think about cake? And yes, I I don't know. I know. I was there when it fucking happened. I'm still there, motherfuckers. Like I'm the commander-in-chief of this entire operation, which includes me eating and drinking whatever I want and not fucking exercising. That's what happens, you dicks. They think I don't know. I'm like, what are you trying to do? Do they think they're clever? Do they think they're funny? And see, when I tell my husband or my friends, they'd be like, you know what you should do? You should roast them. Go and get their profile picture and share their name on your profile. Or argue with them back, roast them. And like sometimes I kind of want to, but then I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not biting. They want me to bite. The only things I want to bite these days are either covered in chocolate or hanging off Tom Hardy's body. I mean, my husband's body. My husband's body. Exact same person. It's a Tom Hardy within a Tom Hardy. But I'm not doing it. No, because that's what they want. That's what they want. And they always say, don't feed the trolls. Because that's what they want. They want attention. And I'm not doing it. And I don't care. I don't care. And plus the fact, the last time I responded to a troll, it went fucking horribly. Because I told a 9-year-old to go ride his man. Morag, I know. Not only that, I called him an insecure, inbred ballroot. Now, look, I didn't know he was 9. The only way I found out he was 9 is because his mommy DM'd me on Instagram. His profile picture was like a football stadium. How was I supposed to know? Like if I knew he was 9, I wouldn't have told him to go ride his mother. I wouldn't have. I'd have told him he was adopted and Santa wasn't real. I'd have customized my response. I would have. Hey, it's nearly Halloween. Is Halloween big down here?
Yes.
Hey, it's massive in Derry. Has anybody ever been to Derry on Halloween?
She's from Derry.
You're from Derry?
Never shuts up about it. My mom told you.
Oh, you are the McSweeney Solicitors crew. You're Kiana.
She is.
First thing I do when I get to a new city, I check out the solicitors. Just in case. Just in case somebody tries to fucking bat me. Hey, your mommy did teach me. And she messaged me on Facebook asking if I would call you out. The wee dote. She says people down here can't say your name, Kiana.
Well, they can. And she's one of ours.
Oh, come on. No, we don't. But what is Halloween in Derry? Isn't it huge? Huge. Like we call ourselves unofficially or officially. I don't know. There's somebody in Derry now, so I can't lie. There's somebody actually here. But we're the Halloween capital of the world. We are. There's loads happening. Like, see, in the first few days in the run-up, there'll be parades, thousands of people dressed up, loads of trains and all that shit, and then on the night, and again, there's somebody, I'm from Derry, I don't know if this is true, but I've been lying about it all week. We have the world's 3rd largest firework display. It's amazing. We are so proud of it. Like, Derry has gone from a destination that you should not fucking go to because of men in masks and parades and explosive devices. To a place that you absolutely 100% should go to because of men in masks and parades and explosive devices. Kiana, it's like Derry just went in reverse, motherfucker. It's amazing. It's amazing. We love it. See, when I was a teenager, Halloween was the biggest night in the social calendar. I absolutely loved it. Now, obviously, we were teenagers. We were too young to get into the bar. So everybody used to meet up on the Derry walls, the famous Derry walls. It was carnage. I mean, absolute carnage, right? Hundreds of drunk teenagers falling about the place, either trying to fight with ye or finger ye. It was class. It was class. Swear to God. Carnage is what I imagine Stormont to be like. Quite a lot of similarities, like. Madness, right? And on the dairy walls is actually where I had my first kiss. No, when I was 15. Thanks to 4 bottles of hooch. I'm Batman. You know? Not the real Batman. There was consent. Don't be fucking trying to cancel Batman. I kissed him first. I kissed him first. And then he just walked off into the dark night. Tell me if you people got that pun. One's a corporal. Do you want me to repeat it? But my friends, right, it was really out of character for me. It was just that kind of rebellious age. My friends were like, oh my God, what did you just do? You just went up and kissed him. You don't even know who he is. He could have been your brother. Calm down, thankfully. It wasn't my brother, Jesus. It was my cousin. Only my first cousin. It was only my first cousin. Only my first. In Derry, we used to pick out a costume. What we used to do in Derry when I was a teenager was we used to pick a profession or a character or an object, and we used to prefix it with the word slutty. Now that meant we had a free pass to wear as little clothing as possible, right? It worked for everything. Slutty nurse, slutty teacher, slutty inhaler. It worked for absolutely everything, right? Everything. We were doing our own sex sandwich. We were stupid bitches. We didn't know it. There wasn't much in the way of female empowerment. There was no Me Too movement. We were literally damaging our own sex, like, oh my God, I love your slutty Gandhi costume. Oh my God, thanks, I love your slutty Hitler costume. Especially the moustache. Love it. Stupid bitches, hey. Teenagers these days don't do that. They don't use the slutty prefix. They're more educated and informed. They know slutty's derogatory, right? So they don't use it. I learned that the hard way last year when my 14-year-old daughter landed down the stairs like a porno version of Sideshow Bob. Right? And her friends are with her, and I'm trying, you know when you're trying to contain the crazy? And I was like, Gemma, love, sweetheart, what the fuck? She was like, what do you mean, Mommy? I told you I was dressing up as Pennywise. I said, you didn't tell me you're dressing up as slutty Pennywise. Get up them stairs, you second cousins running about Derry dressed like Batman. Get up and get clothed on. No! To protect her. It's mad having a teenager, I'm telling you, it is mad, it is mad. We're staying at a beautiful hotel in Ayr Square. We really are, and they left us up a wee surprise today. You know those Butler's chocolates? Isn't it lovely when you go into a hotel and they leave you like a wee surprise like that? I inhaled all 4. My husband, I nearly fucking snorted one. My husband didn't even get a look in, like, literally I was all here like a box, that's all that's left. But I like getting nice surprises in hotels. But the last surprise that I got in a hotel was in Glasgow a couple of weeks ago. When I went to make a cup of tea, and the kettle was in one of those pull-out drawer things, and when I pulled it out, behind the kettle was a pair of dirty knickers. I know. I was fucking traumatized, right? I moved rooms, all that. I was still fucking baffled. I was like, what? I was in the group chat with my friends. I was telling them, apparently this is a well-known life hack in hotels. For people that forget an extra pair of underwear or have a dirty pair of underwear, they boil their fucking nags in the kettle. I'm the victim here! It's not my fault, I'm only making the raising awareness! I don't know! Hey! A bit of compassion and sympathy was me fucking went through it. But you know what baffles me, right? What baffles me about the entire situation is, have you ever seen the size of kettles in hotel rooms? That's a fucking hack for skinny people. Or people that wear thongs. I can't even think about wearing a thong or get a fucking yeast infection. Like if I was to boil my knickers, right, I need a geezer. Do you know those things you have at community centres? And a fucking already stir because my knickers are here and they go to here. So just a heads up, next time you're in a hotel, check the kettle, wash the kettle, put the kettle in the it's kettleception, it's a kettle within the kettle. Could you imagine though, one lump or two? It's not my fault, I'm just making these aware. Money ladies know. Do you look okay? I'll rephrase that. Am I alright? Thanks. Thanks, that was so unprovoked. Thank you so much. No, do you know what? I'm a MILF. I fucking know I'm a MILF. But not all the time, right? It's only like things like this because... No, but I have a strategy, right? See, if you met me in the fucking school run, you wouldn't know me. I swear to God, I have a strategy which a lot of you are probably already applying to your life, and I've been doing it for the last 4 or 5 years. It's called the 95 shite rule. Has anybody ever heard of it? No. Basically, right, all you have to do is look like shite 95% of the time. Easy. Easy. A lot more easier than the fucking boiling your nags in a kettle life hack, right? You look like shite 95% of the time, and then see the other 5%? Just make a wee bit of effort. Put on a bra. Use real shampoo instead of dry shampoo. I swear to God, put on a wee lick of mascara, bit of foundation, you go outside and people are like, oh my God, you look amazing. Did you get your hair done? And I'd be like, no, I just washed it with real shampoo. It works. It works. I swear to God, I don't give a shit anymore unless it's something like this, which people are actually paying to come and see me. I'll make an effort. Or a wedding. A wedding is probably the only other time. Ladies, what are we like at weddings? Like the money we spend in getting ready for a wedding, hair done, nails done, tan done, makeup done, new dress, bag, shoes, madness, like. Absolute madness. See, when I do that, right, I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, oh my God, I am an absolute ride! I am a ride. And then I took a selfie up here, remember? It's nobody's business what's going on down there, right? I took a wee selfie and I add a filter and I'm like, I am an absolute ride! I'm going to post this on social media. So we post it with a caption, wedding ready, and a wee church emoji, right? And then people start commenting with like heart eye emojis and fire emojis. People are like, hot mama, OMG, you look stunning. Oh, you scrub up well. And I'm like, this is fucking amazing because now everybody knows I'm a ride. Everybody. I'm like, my husband is punching. Even though he's married to Captain Jack Sparrow 95% of the time. Not today, motherfucker. Punching today. And I feel good. I feel good. And it's a rare occasion for us women to like what's staring back at us in the mirror, isn't it, ladies? Because if there's one thing we are, it's self-cynical bitches. We can't even take compliments. A woman said to me yesterday, I love your top. I was all 40p and pennies 6 years ago. Why can't we just say, oh, thanks very much? We can't, so it's a big deal when we look good. So in this moment, I like what's staring back at me. I'm getting all these fucking comments on Facebook. Everybody thinks I'm gorgeous. But then that doesn't fucking last for long, does it? No. Because usually some fucking dose was at the wedding, usually your auntie or your cousin, and they've taken a picture of you, put it on Facebook, and tagged you in it! No, Ursula tagged you in a picture. Who the fuck is that? Love. Was there a man at the wedding yesterday wearing my dress? Oh fuck, it's me. Untag. 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 Why did they even untag? You've got 400 mutual friends, you dick. Everybody knows it's you. So then I'm like, what's the point? What's the point? You can't be a catfish in peace. What's the point? So then I go back to the 95 shade rule. And it works out, it does. I see a few men on here tonight. I know you're a big fan. I'm not going to pick on you now, right? You have saved yourself an entire night of abuse. That is the fucking Shirley and the Chocolate Factory golden ticket there, my friend. You are safe. You're safe. Are there any men in here that have been dragged along in the hope that they might get a wee right? You're doing your due diligence. I like it. I like it. And you're honest about it. It works both ways. You have to show interest in somebody else. You're like, I'm going to see this shit fucking female comedian tonight, but I'm getting the right. Are you enjoying it? You wee douchey. What's your name, sir? John. And is this your partner, wife, fiance? Which one? Pick one. Fiance? And what's her name? Jesus, John! John, how many have you got going? Wife, fiance, fucking... What's your name again? Sylvia. John, are you on social media? You on any social media? Like Facebook or Instagram or anything? You're on Facebook? No? You don't bother watching anything? Nothing at all. That's okay. That's okay. That is okay. I'm not going to come at you for not following you, right? That's okay. But first thing, Joe, congratulations for not seeing any of my stuff or watching any of my stuff, because I post everywhere. And I mean everywhere. TikTok, God G, Facebook, God G, Instagram, God G, Twitter, God G, Threads, God G, OnlyFans. Not yet. I'm not on OnlyFans yet. I'm keeping OnlyFans in the back pocket, right? Just in case. Hey, there's people that buy farts in jars. I have toes like fingers, right? And I know for a fact there's some freaky deaky foot fetish motherfucker willing to pay me like a tenner to peel bananas for them or something. I know it. Or like feed me self-digestives. I fucking know it. I know it. So I'm keeping that in the back pocket, right? Yeah. But John, love. Have you ever seen me before at all? You just came along this show. I'm just looking to give you a bit of context, okay? Is that alright? And for anybody that hasn't seen me on social media and doesn't know me, I create comedy videos, right? And I play a range of characters in these videos. But there's one character in particular, John, that holds a special place in my heart. What's his name? Lawyer. Jimmy. Jimmy. People love Jimmy. People absolutely love Jimmy, and I'm so sorry Jimmy can't be here tonight. I know it's past his bedtime, and he's also a fictional fucking character. But John, people think he's real. They do, I swear to God, right? I've been jealous of many people in my life, but never a fictional 6-year-old that fucking shits himself every second day. It's the hardest kind of jealousy to explain, right? But But if I'm at home and I go into town and I run into people like kids, they'll be like, "Where's Jimmy?" And I'd be like, "He's at his granny's." Because they think he's really like Santa. I'm not going to burst their bubble, right? But then I'd be out and about and I meet adults and they're all, "Where's Jimmy?" Seriously. Like, these are the people that need to go out and touch fucking grass. If you look closely at my videos, Jimmy's wearing a wedding ring. Jimmy has rosacea. Jimmy has fucking perimenopausal chin hairs. He does. He does. By the way, what's the crack with the chin hairs? I pluck mine in the morning, right? See, by night time, by the time I'm going to bed, they come back like I'm some sort of fucking werewolf. Perimenopausal bullshit. It is. But you can't say anything about perimenopause. You can't say anything about struggling with symptoms of perimenopause, especially if you're nearby a woman who's in full-blown menopause. No, because they'd just be like, "Just you and you've no idea." I'm fed up it. I'm fed up it. Like, honestly, we still have our periods and the symptoms of menopause. These bitches are riding whenever they want. They are. Going to the shop in their white shorts and their roller boots. Doing whatever they want. I'm fed up of it. Like, what exactly is menopause going to throw at me that I'm not already going through? What, lack of libido? Bitch, I'm married! And I've got a 6-year-old that doesn't know how to sleep in his own bed. Try again. What else is menopause going to throw at me that I'm not already going through? Hot flushes? I go to bed at night with straight hair, wake up the next morning looking like fucking Bob Ross. Every day. Every day recently. What else? Memory loss? Happy days! Happy days! Because then maybe the memory playlist, all the fucking mistakes I've made since 1998. What's that playing? On repeat when I'm trying to sleep. Bring it on, menopause. What else are you going to throw at me? Anxiety? Bitch, I'm on medication. I know CBT. I'm a black belt in panic attacks, bitch. Try again. What else? Depression? I've had postnatal, bitch. And seasonal. And just regular old depression. I cried last week for 15 minutes. I mean, sobbed my heart out because the bread that I was going to use for toast was blue fucking molded. You would have thought somebody died in my house. I'm there, menopause. Bring it on. What else? Bodily hair increase in it? We've already talked about the chin hairs. I've got upstairs tweezers, downstairs tweezers, car tweezers, bag tweezers, fucking purse tweezers. Honestly. What else? Vaginal dryness? I'll just bend over and cry into it. I will just loop it up with my tears. Bitch. John, this doesn't happen to your friends. Sorry. It doesn't. Hypothetical, you know, it's kind of... I don't want her on Facebook tomorrow calling me a cock block. Giving me a bad review. Show was shite, 0 out of 10. Would not recommend. Sean said he had a headache. Give that woman the ride, right? See if you find a wee hair in the chin or the nipple, just do her a favour, right? Rip it out. It won't hurt. Rip it out. Sylvie, I'm so sorry. Oh, fuck. I will fund your future marriage counselling bills. There's a couple of solicitors over here just... That direction, McSweeney, Air Square, you got them. I'm sorry, that escalated. So people think Jimmy's real. They also think that my name is Tara, who is Jimmy's mommy, the character that I play. People also call me Mammy, which is grand, except when it's men in their 50s. Just fucking stop. Stop. Folks, we're going to take a break, go get a pee, get a drink, do what you want. I'm going to pee my pants, literally. I'll see you in 20 minutes, okay? So, thank you so much for coming. I am sweating. If you do come up to get a photograph, my sweat smells like onions. I'm not even going to lie. Like, you can fucking say that on Facebook tomorrow. I don't give a shit. I'll agree with you. It does. It smells like onions. I don't know if it's some antidepressants or what, but it smells like onions. And not raw onions, cooked onions, nice onions. I know, you know what? Like when you're having a barbecue and those nice onions, like a my armpits and all. But I'm sweating, I don't know what it is, as I'm getting older, and of course I'm putting on weight. I'm sweating in places I never used to sweat in before. And like I can feel the drops going down my back. And I'm sweaty around this area, why not these days? I don't mean the vagina, I don't mean the undercarriage, come on. Seriously, if I'm wet down there, it's because I've sneezed and I've pissed myself. That's not sweat, that's different. That's different. When I say sweating, I mean down here, like, you know the flesh that kind of covers it? You know what I mean? Like, I call it the mouse mat. Because you can have a wee scroll and rest your wrist at the same time. You know what I mean? The ones that are laughing know what I fucking mean. The ones who aren't laughing want to know what I mean. Mouse mat. Nice. So this year has been incredible. This is my 24th show, and as I said, it's my last show, and it's just been unbelievable. It's been amazing to see people in real life. I honestly underestimated what it was going to be like. I was asked 2 years ago by my management company to do stand-up, and I was all, get the fuck. Stand-up, like, in real life. Like, what if somebody heckles me? At least I can block people online. I'm going to end up getting arrested for fly kicking some 9-year-old in the teeth. Hence why I always check out where the solicitors are. So I said no though. I was just like, I can't do that. Jesus Christ, I'm sitting in my house all cozy, having the camera up fucking here. I'm making videos, I can't do that. And then about a year later, Mark, my husband's kind of looking at me like, so, are you going to earn any money this year? And at that time, like, these words came out of my mouth, and they're the words that every 13, 14, 15-year-old would love to say. I looked at him dead in the eye and I said, I'm a professional TikToker! And see, when those words came out of my mouth, a wee bit of vomit came out of me. And I was kind of like, right, fair enough, fuck's sake. I'll go to stand-up then. I need Needier and I love him, because it's a huge misconception that everybody on social media is loaded. I'm fucking not. I'm not. Like, unless you're doing brand deals every other day, which I don't do, right? I'm not loaded. Are you alright there, Ron? You okay? Is there a spillage or was it an empty? Thank God. Nothing worse. So, I'm not loaded. Mark, my husband, is a bum man. Delayed reaction there. I says that in Cork and they all laughed. I was all, what the fuck are you laughing at? Who's going to empty your bins? I got way overprotective. I was like, why he's laughing at your bum there? I'll try that again, right? Mark's a bum man. But right, even has colleagues, even has buddies in work, they'd be in the bundler and they'd be like, lad, you should go and get the new Audi Q3. Sure, yous are minted now. Mark was halfway in somebody's recycling bin pulling out fucking nappies. Aye lad, I just do this, you know, for the social side of things. She's back at the house counting out £50 notes, you know. People think we're rich. My daughter, my own own daughter who lives in my house thinks we are rich. She's 14 and be's like, Mammy, when can I get an ensuite in my bedroom? Fucking ensuite we have in a 3-bed semi-detached. Where the fuck are you gonna put it? Who's got the money for it? Like, if I asked my mother for half the shit that my daughter asks me for, she'd have told me to go and take my face for a massive shite. She would've. She would've. It is mad. But I blame social media. Because trends these days move so fast, so fast. There's fucking 10-year-olds on TikTok showing off their skincare fridges. That is a fact. Where's their Sylvanian families? Where's their Barbies? Why have they got skincare fridges? It's social media. Trends move so fast. The only way we knew what was trending when we were their age was by reading Smash Hits magazine. Or watching Top of the Pops. Or seeing what the drug dealers' kids in the estate were wearing. Yeah, that's how we knew what was trending. And then we used to beg my mammy to get it for us out of the K's catalogue for Christmas. We did. And then see when we got it, it was out of style, but it didn't fucking matter. I remember getting a Kappa tracksuit for Christmas and wearing it for 2 years straight. I walked about my estate like fucking Conor McGregor. Like a year or two, I went through a growth spurt and the fucking sleeves were up here. I was still wearing a libel. We didn't care. We didn't care, but it is. It's so much different these days. Social media influences the kids, and the kids come to us. By us, I mean the mammies, because they know we're going to fucking buy them what they want. And that is especially true if you didn't have much growing up, right? In my case, we didn't. Now, in our defence, we didn't fucking set out to have children and raise them as spoiled wee shites, right? That was never the plan. Never the plan. I tell my children stories, right, about only getting a takeaway on a special occasion. Remember? I tell them about wearing my sister's hand-me-downs and never getting out of Ireland for holidays. My wings don't give a fuck about my poverty stories. Not one shiny shite do they give about my stories. But do you know what they do? They use it as fucking leverage. Because they can smell the trauma of childhood poverty from your mommies. They can. They can smell from me. My kids can smell it from me. They can, because they'll be like, well, I didn't have much growing up and I don't want my children to go through that. I want to kind of buy them what they want. Like, what the fuck? Like, they won't go to their daddy. Because he's not traumatized by fucking poverty and childhood. No, Daddy's hardened by it. Daddy's hardened. Daddy's sensible with money. Daddy saves for a rainy day in case the fucking washing machine goes or the cooker goes. Daddy listens to Joe Rogan podcasts. He thinks all this new age parenting and libels and all that is absolute bullshit. And he's horrified by your spending. And see the best about it, right? He doesn't know the fucking half of it. He doesn't. John, not Sylvia. She doesn't know. Promise, right? This is hypothetical. Promise. They don't, though. They don't know the half of it, because while they're at work tomorrow, you're waiting on 3 Amazon deliveries. You got yourself a new pair of boots on Klarna. And you're addicted to buying candles that you have to light when he's not at home to make him think that the candle was already fucking there. You're not buying any more fucking candles. I know, I am you or me. I know. But like, my daughter, which is crazy, has a skincare routine which comprises 13 steps, right? swear to God. And there are people in here, if you have a teen daughter, will attest to that right now. This routine comprises products that admittedly I've bought for her, right? Your skin's pretty important, right? It's her skin. Yeah, so why nobody fucking tell us that? No, seriously, why? I was out sunbathing with fucking baby oil on when I was 12. Why did nobody warn us? Nobody. Not one person. See, the first time I see my daughter in action, right? I walked into her room. It was like a scene from fucking Breaking Bad, I swear, right? There was test tube bottles and rocks and creams and all this, and I was like, what are you doing? She was like, my skincare routine, Mommy. Why? I thought you were cooking meth. Sorry. Do your skincare. It's social media. It's social media. Do you think, right, be honest, do you think as a society that we're all addicted to social media?
Yes.
Yes, we are, and that is normal. It's acceptable. But it is, though. It is socially acceptable right now. It really is. But I always think, right, will future generations look back on us the way we look back on past generations? Like, look at these absolute fucking balloons in 2023. Because when I look back, like, I remember my granddad telling me that he had his first cigarette when he was 8. He did. It was a sign of maturity. His own daddy gave it to him, and it was socially acceptable at the time. Lads, there was women in the 50s and 60s that used to take a wee concoction called Mother's Little Helper. Now, if people don't know what this is, it is a combination of speed and cocaine, and was prescribed to them by the doctors because they were fucking bored. And here's me, feeling like a scummy mummy because I opened a second bottle of wine on a Friday night. These bitches were lit. Morning, day, night, all prescription. Because it was socially acceptable. It was socially acceptable. But it really, really does. It makes me think. Like, I think about Jimmy. Like wee Jimmy when he's like 70 or 80. And he has children. And he has grandchildren. And his grandchildren come to visit him one day. But Grandad Jimmy can't talk. He's just sitting there in his wee hoverboard wheelchair. It's the future, fuck up. Sitting in his hoverboard wheelchair and his spine's replaced by bionic vertebrae. His thumbs are worn down, so they are now robotic as well. And the kids are asking why he can't talk anymore, so he just hits a wee button with his foot and says, because my mother gave me my first iPad when I was 2. Baby shark. But the waves are just raging. They're like, Mommy, it's not fair. Grandad Jimmy got his first iPad when he was 2. You told us we couldn't have our devices until we were 16. And the mom was like, do you want to end up a robotic cabbage like Grandad Jimmy? Grandad Jimmy's just hovering about, loving life like, Daddy finger, Daddy finger, where are you? It could happen. It could happen. It could. Now, granted, social media is to blame for a lot of stuff, and it has some pros. Like, we are, as a society, we're more educated, we're more informed, we're more open. But personally, there are just some things that I miss about the time before social media. Like, I miss not knowing if somebody was at the doctor's or the hospital. I like the mystery. Are they sick? Have they a kidney infection? Are they sitting in A&E? I like the mystery. I liked it. I must not knowing that somebody lost a fucking dog 6 years ago in Spain. I missed it. I not feeling motivated all the time every time I open my phone. Like I go on Instagram for boredom, but every time I do, I'm met with some fucking motivational quote asking me if I'm smashing my goals today. No, Stephen. I'm sitting on the toilet pushing out my arse because I copied some fucking colon cleanse off TikTok. Fuck off, Stephen. I don't want to be an achiever every day. I don't want to smash through glass ceilings every day, but it's just constant. It's like, be yourself. There's only one of you. That's the fucking problem, Stephen. I don't want to be me. I don't want to be me. But it's constant. It's like, if you're going to present me with motivational quotes, make sure it's stuff that's going to get me through on the day-to-day and benefit me. Like, if you drink a bottle of wine tonight, make sure not to trust your farts tomorrow. Especially the warm ones. You know, actual stuff that's going to benefit me. Or, if you get the right tonight, make sure to pee after cystitis and shite crack. Proper stuff that's going to benefit me, you know? That's going to help me. I'm going to gain value from that. And I miss a time, right, where I didn't feel like a fucking failure because my kitchen isn't super organised and I don't have a pantry and I'm not taking food products like cereal out of the box and then putting it into another fucking box that's see-through and then labelling it cereal. Even though you can tell it was cereal in the first fucking place, companies have gone to bother to do this. Stop it! Stop it! And I think the biggest thing that I miss is seeing kids and teenagers outside all the time because that's how we spent our childhood and our teenage years. Isn't that right? And I think that's what we call the good old days. Hey, it's a depressing full circle moment when you say that for the first time, isn't it? The good old days, you feel old as fuck. I get really comfortable with it now because it's scary. But times when kids went outside. Like, my 6-year-old, he's great. He's not dead inside yet, so he doesn't mind going outside, right? He loves going out playing with his buddies, and he is so smart. So smart. Has anybody noticed how smart kids are these days? Like, my 6-year-old has so much knowledge, right? It's not even fucking useful knowledge. But it's knowledge. It's knowledge all the same, and it's more than what I had when I was his age. But this wee shite usually decides to impart this knowledge on me when it's time to go to bed. And in bed, he turns on the fucking David Attenborough, right? Swear to God. Hey, Mom, did you know that caterpillars have dreams? Hey, Mom, did you know snails have 2 noses? But it's the fact that he has all this knowledge, but I encourage it. I don't try and stop it. I just pat his wee head and say, get the fucking sleep. No. They need their sleep. Wise up. They need their sleep. But there's days, right? There's days I'm like, this boy is a genius. I'd be saying to my husband, I'd be like, he's a genius. You need to get Mensa on the phone. You need to get Mensa. And then the next day I catch him licking the fucking toilet bowl. And I'm like, cancel Mensa. Put the phone down. Cancel Mensa. And all's right in the world again. But where are they learning all this stuff? Is it school? No, where is it? YouTube. Social media. My digital nanny. Do I let my children on social media? Well, YouTube. Yes, I do. Do I limit their screen time? No, I fucking do not. Do I actively give them their devices so I can have 5 fucking minutes peace? Yes, I do. Take me away. It's not like they're going to end up with American accents. My son's a full-blown fucking yank. But I keep telling myself it's a phase, and for anybody else going through it, it's obviously a phase. It's gonna die out. But then, right, my anxiety, I keep having this recurrent dream that Jimmy's going for his first interview, and he's like 16, and he's like, bruh, I really need this job because I need cash for gas and my cell phone. And the boy interviewing him's like, lad, this is a fucking Euro giant. On you go, you fuck. It's a phase. It's a phase. It's a phase. It's a phase. It is. It's a phase. And then there's my teenager, my 14-year-old, who I want to encourage to get off her devices and go outside, but sometimes I don't want to because I know what she's going to be doing because I fucking did it first. I know I'm not alone in this. I know I'm not alone in this shit. I am such an anxious parent when it comes to my teenage daughter, and to be honest, right, not only is it because of all the stupid shit that I did when I was a teenager, it's because of the lasting effect that all the stupid shit that I did when I was a teenager has had on me. Like, I'd be telling her, I'd be giving out, I'd be like, get outside into the fresh air, go and see your friends, it never did me any harm. As I took me antidepressants and rubbed me essential oils all over myself. Get ready for my cold water dip. Never did me any harm. Get out. And you think I'd be a bit more relaxed because we can track them now on Snap Maps. Could you imagine our parents could track us? Holy shit. Oh my God. There were 7 children in my family. My poor mother would have had to have been like Iron Man with screens and fucking shit. Down the field of lessons. Our parents were either too busy or too stupid. They just trusted us. Like when I was my daughter's age, when I was 14, I remember saying to my mommy, I'm going to Tracy's tonight for a sleepover. She's like, no bother, love. 2 hours later, me in the middle of a field. Blocked on her vocab that I stole and then watered down. That's one incident. One incident, so you can understand why I'm an anxious mother of a teen. Now I check in with my daughter every hour on her phone, especially at the weekends, especially now that it's dark. And last weekend I was texting her, I was like, is everything okay? Never heard anything back. Is everything alright? Never heard anything back. So then I took the approach of, look, if you're drunk, if somebody's giving you drugs, you know, it's okay, you won't get in trouble, just let me know and I will come and get you. She sent me back this text that was absolute fucking gibberish. I could make out like 2 words. One was need, one was dinner. That's all I could work out. I was like, this wee bitch is steaming drunk in the middle of a field listening to Maniac 2000. I was fucking right. No! I got my phone, I got on Snap Maps, I got into the car, I was like David Hasselhoff and Knight Rider bombing around Derry. Swear to God, right? She was at the community centre. Got out at the community centre. Boom! Ha! Caught you! You're drinking, aren't you? You're drinking, aren't you? No, she wasn't drinking. And none of her friends were drinking. And she was mortified and I didn't know what to say. I was like, check the last text that you just sent me. Check the last text. It's complete gibberish. I thought you were drunk. It was fucking teenage text. It started with ISTG, which meant I swear to God, you for real need to chill. LMK, what's for dinner? Let me know what's for dinner. I felt like a fucking dick. But I wasn't for showing any sign of weakness, right? I reverted back to what I do every time when I want to scare my daughter about the harsh realities of life. I looked at her and I said, get into the car, you second cousins running about Derry dressed as Batman! It's nearly Halloween, get into the car!